Today, we're going to be reviewing Routine. Now, Routine is a daily planner application that has been out for a little bit of time, and it's probably one of the most beautiful on the market. It presents an interesting combination between tasks and calendar abilities for you to plan your day, as well as a few ways to take pages and notes on some checklists and items that you might want to refer to later. Today, I'm going to dive into this tool. We actually have just released a course on how to optimize and master Routine. You can find that link in the description below. And you can also find the link to the tool finder for a full in-depth analysis on this tool and relevant videos to go a little bit deeper. So let's dive into Routine.
As you can see, it is very beautiful. I mentioned as we started that this application looks really nice. Now you can find out where it's available through Tool Planner, but you can see down over here, you've got your events. I don't have any right now, and any tasks associated with today. Now, in my opinion, I think the real power of this application comes in the planner section. Now, as you can see a week, and naturally you can start adding items to your today. That's obviously tomorrow, and you can naturally drag them in. So for example, if I wanted to write medium here, then if I go back to today, it should appear in this very timeline-like view. And as you can see, it gives you an idea of when you can finish your day and when it is starting. Now, I love this planner view because these are all tasks associated to the week. So I could add them to a day, like tomorrow, and I could drag them in. And as you can see here, I can drag them in, but I can also bring in list items too. Now, I'll come to that in a moment. So you've got a sort of calendar. You can connect it with Google Calendars, and naturally you can see your events and your tasks at the same time, which is really nice, especially for the calendar blockers. And you can also add them to a sort of like inbox area here that is associated with the day, but it also has an inbox function here. So any tasks that haven't been given a date or even scheduled for the future go here. Now, the plan is really nice because you can plan even further in advance and go really, really much further, and you can add more tasks there. And what's nice as well is if I've got something in my pages, which I was mentioning are sort of like notes inside of here, say I've got movies I want to watch, well, I can essentially give these dates as well. So, okay, these are all ones that they suggested. I don't know whether I want to watch any of these movies, but I can actually give them a date like Wednesday the 11th, and I can schedule it or even allocate it. So I'm going to schedule it. Now, if I go over to the planner and I skip ahead to the 11th, you can see that Mustang is here. I don't know whether this is a good film. And I can actually click into this and add a few notes. Now, this is really interesting because once you're in the pages section, you can add items. So we actually watched the Top Gun Maverick finally, but you can actually start adding items, and once they are an item, you can click into them and you can start making notes and even select some of their templates that they have. So it's really a neat way to be able to go a bit deeper with your items. Say I've got another page here like apps to review, but one of the killer features that I would say is really nice is the ability to actually set up, so inside of shortcuts, you can create a keyboard shortcut. I was just checking what I changed it to in my last review. If I press Command Shift G, this comes up and I can capture above anything I've got. So I can capture an event, I can capture anything like that. But what's nice is if I say write content calendar and I put the slash command, I can add it to an event that's already happening. I can add it to a list that I've already got. I can add it to anything really, an email association. So if I want to add it to this one here, Steve, and I can maybe postpone it for this week. There we go. So if I go to the January 2 to 8, which is next week, I've got it here. And it's associated to a person too. So that's something they're going to be adding very soon to enhance it, apparently, the sort of people side of stuff. But you can start to see, okay, I've got a content calendar and I've associated to events as well. So it's really interesting to see how this application works, and you can see upcoming as well, and a little bit of a journal of your day. Now, the application itself is really for those who are looking for something more than, say, Todoist in terms of a daily planner abilities. For example, the pages are the standout feature, the calendar planner is sort of a standout feature, and some of the capture abilities are also standout in terms of how you can capture stuff. We go into a bit more depth on the console and how to really optimize it in the course, but it does definitely is really cool to sort of set things up. Now, a few things about Routine. They haven't currently got a pricing plan, but likely probably going to be slightly higher pricing in my opinion, just because of the way that it's heading into the daily planner space. A lot of the daily planner applications like Sunsama charging quite a considerable amount per month. Motion, another one in the daily planner space. So please consider that when looking at this application. The other thing as well is this is sometimes a little bit laggy on the Mac version. I have been opening a few heavy applications this afternoon, so I don't know whether that is affecting it, but again, something to note. So this is great for those who are looking for a beautiful visual planner that they can start capturing notes on, and they can start using as a way to track tasks and calendar events inside of their device. I hope this review was helpful. Please do let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is something that is still early days in terms of its generalized length of product. It hasn't been out as long as those to-do list apps that we know of, but not too early into its career. A year enough to warrant some actual investigation or some interest from yourself. Thank you very much, folks, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Please do make sure to subscribe to keep productive, and I'll see you all very soon. Cheerio!